This is a Beanbag Chair Media production.
Hi guys, and welcome to Anime Noise.
I'm Garrett. I'm a performing musician by trade. Graduated with a bachelor's degree in music production. And I've been binging anime for almost 2 decades.
And I'm Emily, and I'm a classically trained violinist, and I've been binging anime since I was a wee little human.
And this is an anime review podcast where we help the new viewer with where to start. And we take seasoned anime fans on a journey into the realm of music and sound effects. Well, that was my favorite intro so far.
Everybody needs a good orgasm.
That's very blunt. That's not even what I was doing. We're okay. If you couldn't tell what we were doing today, we're doing Food Wars. So it's food porn. It's a foodgasm. Emily.
Sorry, I'm not very sorry, but
It's a orgasm of the taste buds. It's just just come in my mouth.
Yeah, I'm the one that should be concerned for. Totally. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. We have officially started Food, Fate, Fire, and Fetish.
Yes.
We officially started. I'm super excited. I am on the fence about how I feel about the OST, but I'm really excited to talk about it in terms of kitchen style.
Yeah, I loved your analysis.
Thank you.
Especially that one song in particular.
Yeah.
That was very cool. I would never have analyzed it that way.
Working in kitchens and restaurant life has I understand how it works. And so, especially with Soma, he grew up in a diner and that's to order food. It's not like gourmet or anything. So I understand Yukihira.
Yes, you do. You really love this show. I really love this fucking show.
I fucking love this show. It combines two of my favorite things.
I'm also on the fence about the OST, but we'll get into that in a minute. We have to talk about all of the fucking credentials.
We do. Yes.
We'll talk about all the credentials. By the way, guys, this month starts off our Food, Fate, Fire, and Fetishes month.
Yeah, I just said that.
I know. I'm just reiterating.
Oh, okay.
Just driving the emotional theme home.
I got it. Okay, continue. Do your thing.
Yes. So we are doing that all month. I'm super pumped because you know why? The Ecchi Expo is in a couple weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah. September 24th through 26th.
Yeah, it is.
You're in Austin.
So if you're in Austin, come see us at the fucking Ecchi Expo.
At the Radisson.
We're going to be wearing no clothes.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Can I wear lingerie?
Probably. It's an Ecchi Expo.
Fuck yeah.
We got a cosplay.
I just put bunny ears on and I'll just be fucking...
There you go. Bunny ears and pasties.
Yeah. Yes.
There
okay,
you go.
Sorry.
Jesus
all right.
Christ.
Food Wars, Shokugeki no Soma, the first plate.
Yes, we are doing the first plate. There's actually 2 OSTs in this.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's pretty crazy. It's a lot of music.
Those 4 to 5 pages of notes. That's for damn sure.
Jesus Christ.
Took us 2 days to do this.
Yep. This aired April through September of 2015. It is 24 episodes at 25 minutes each. It is of the comedy, drama, and ecchi genres. And food. Oh my God. I love this show, guys. It comes at you right away from the very first episode. It does not hold back on its comedy or its ecchi right away. But it does have one of the most interesting storylines for any ecchi that I've ever watched. It actually gets very, very...
complex.
Yeah, the story's very good.
Yeah. No, they did
It's a super interesting story.
Very good job.
Yes. So the summary, a little bit about the summary here. Yukihira Soma, a first-year high school student, parts ways with his dad and their beloved diner to attend Japan's top culinary academy. and hot damn, the story gets steamy, delicious, and hilarious, sultry.
Thank you for reading it like that.
You're welcome.
That just made my day. You're going to like my notes that I include in this one.
Oh, good. I get to read your thoughts out loud that you put on paper for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who did it, Emily? What studio?
All right. JC Staff did this one. And you would know them from our One Punch Man Season 2 episode.
Yes. They did a great job on this one.
They did a really good job. It was licensed by Sentai Filmworks. You don't even need anything from that one. Director was Yoshitomo Yonetani. He did some ones that I don't know of, except maybe
I've never heard of any of these.
The Birth of Doraemon, but I just know of Doraemon.
Actually, I have heard of Better Man, but I've never really seen it. Never watched a trailer or anything. Don't know what it's about.
All right. Well, here's the list of things that he's done: Vatican Miracle Examiner, Better Man, and 212, The Birth of Doraemon.
That's 2112.
Is it 2112?
Yeah. That's what you have typed here.
What did I say?
212?
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
I even have my glasses on. Damn.
Oh, my God.
All right. The sound director is Jin Aketagawa. Aketagawa.
You did it.
Yay. Break up the syllables.
Oh, man.
All right. This fool has done all the things. He's done Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, The 86, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Dr. Stone, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and so many Titan anime.
Yeah, I feel like we've... Not Attack on Titan, though.
No. No.
I feel like we've talked about him before.
I got you.
Yeah, thanks. I'm glad you got my joke. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I've seen the 86. We've seen the 86. I know you've seen part of Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Indeed. We want to watch Miss Nagatoro.
And I've only seen one episode of Reincarnated as a Slime. And haven't seen Dr. Stone. Yeah, he's done so much.
I've heard that Dr. Stone is so good.
Yes, me too.
We need to watch that one soon.
Definitely.
Okay.
Sound effects were done by Yuji Furuya. He is, well, you can hear about him from our Death Parade episode. Go check it out. The original creator of the story, Yuto Tsukuda. This story is his masterpiece, and that has had his main focus. He's also written one-shots, some of them like Become a Fang. That's his debut work. And Jugen and the Female Spirit Class.
I want to know what it's about.
Me too. He's also done 2 other serialized manga, Shonen Shiki and Blue Archipelago. I've heard of that one. I've never really, again.
I don't know anything about what it is.
There's so much to consume.
Yes.
So much content to consume. The art was done by Shun Seiki. They have only worked on Food Wars, and they have a pet ferret.
LOL.
LOL. Yes.
If you're going to read the notes, Garrett, read the notes.
You want me to read the LOL?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's get ready to rumble.
Also, thank you.
You are welcome. I read your notes that time.
You did. You did it. You executed it well. Thank you.
It's my announcer voice.
All right. We are moving on to the music segment. The first opening, my favorite opening.
Yeah, seriously. This is one of my favorite songs. Actually, one of my favorite OPs from any anime. It's a great one.
Yeah.
Totally flew under the radar, too.
Yeah, well, as it does.
Yeah.
This one's called Kibo no Uta, The Song of Hope by Ultra Tower. It was featured in episodes 1 through 14 and the ending for episode 24. This underrated track was released May 2015 as their debut single and on the EP Bluebell. It peaked at number 94 on the Oricon.
The fuck is that?
Barely fucking made it.
That's why we got to go back and look up what else was released. Like, what was in the top 100 of 2015? Because this deserved to be a lot higher, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, for sure. A little bit about Ultra Tower. They formed in 2007 while still in middle school. They only released 3 EPs and no full-length studio albums. They have a female drummer, and I love that.
Yeah, like the White Stripes.
That's right. All I know is that they disbanded in 2017 and only contributed to Food Wars in the anime realm. So there were, honestly, like, most of these artists for the OPs and endings formed in 2007, weirdly enough. I think there's only one that formed in 2006.
That's weird.
But also, there was not a lot of information about a lot of these artists. I think it's probably because they disbanded, and
Well, I mean, even the song,
stuff
it's
is
like
lost.
the song didn't chart very well, and they may not have been. It just could be from marketing. It could be publicity and stuff like that. They just didn't market it well.
yeah, that's
Although
true.
you'd think that. I don't remember 2015. I don't remember when Food Wars came out. So I don't know if it was just lack of marketing. If Food Wars shouldn't have been a flop.
No.
I don't think it was even in 2015. I don't know. I don't know why it didn't hit so hard. It must have just had a lot of competition, I guess, or lack of marketing. One of the two.
Probably.
But let's take a listen to it, shall we?
Yes.
Yes. Finally. Garrett, shut up. Let's listen to it.
Yeah.
I know what you're thinking.
He's got like this raspiness to his voice that I really like.
And the bass is super smooth. They hook you right away. I like the guitar harmonies too.
I like how he chops up the title.
Yeah.
I hope when we describe these sequences that you can picture them in your head because you've seen it so many times. This is like my fourth go round of watching Food Wars.
Was it really?
Yeah.
It's got to be my second.
I've seen this anime too many times. Like he just like finds a way to build up that chorus.
And you know what else? This chorus, like, they did something right that most hit songs do, at least in America. There's a slogan called "Don't bore us, get to the chorus."
Yeah.
And they did that at the intro. They sang the hook.
Yeah.
Very cool open chord at the end there. I love that song.
I do too.
Little suspended chord at the end.
And it's like
so
hard.
pretty.
It's hard to not like groove to that song. Like when you're in, like you're just chilling, super stoned on the couch. Like it's the end of your day. You just still can't help but like move every time you hear it.
Yeah, it's like a chill alternative rock song.
Yeah.
But it grooves pretty
and it's
hard.
not overwhelmingly so.
No. Yeah, that's a great song. It's one of my favorites for any anime OP.
Same.
So, I mean, the music fits for sure. I already know it's going to fit, but let's get into the lyrics.
Sure. The first is I'll be reborn right here, right now. I'll go beyond the sky I looked up at. I had hopes held tightly in the palm of my hand. I realized that all the scenery expanding before my eyes was really quite small. Oh, I was talking about the diner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For example, if I were to meet you by chance, the world would be turned upside down so easily. I actually read, this is actually in an interview that the writer talked about.
Which writer? Of the song?
Of the anime.
Oh, okay.
Like he was talking about how Yuki like was in this diner and like now he's seeing the world and his like life is expanding and he's learning something new and outside of his comfort zone, and that's just like trying new food.
Yeah.
Like going outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So yeah. It's full of things I don't understand, and it makes me laugh. It's proof that I can still keep going further. Holy shit, if this isn't about Yukihiro Soma, I swear
Of course
to God.
it is. The whole show is about him.
Yeah. And I'll bring these feelings with me that can't be surrendered, the ones I chased after in the far-off distance. I'll aim for a peak that nobody knows and put everything on the line.
Yeah, and he really does.
Yeah, he does.
absolutely
He puts everything on the line.
Because he
Especially
didn't really
because
care whether or not he went to the school. It was just because his dad did it without him knowing, and he's like, all right, well, fine. If I can only beat you by going to do this, then let's go. Bring it on.
yeah, and then like the only reason that he doesn't want to like that he's doing very well is because he doesn't want to lose before he loses to his dad again.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He wants to learn all he can so he can actually beat his dad in
Yeah.
a cooking competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. We all want to beat our dads at something.
That's right. Well, that does it for OP1.
Those are the
And
lyrics?
Those are the lyrics.
Cool.
That was it. That was all of
Cool.
them.
Well, it definitely fits.
Oh yeah, it totally fits.
It's fucking perfect. Great job.
Good job.
Good job. I like what you got.
So we're kind of formulating this one a little bit different because we haven't had an episode with our new formulation of the segments. So since we have 2 openers and we have 2 enders, we're going to do opening 1, OST 1, ender 1, and then we'll do OP2, soundtrack 2, ender 2.
Yes. And yeah, this is the only season we've done so far that has 2 OSTs.
Not 2 discs, 2 OSTs.
2 separately released OSTs when really they could have just sandwiched it into one. But
really, they could have cut like a whole hour off of it.
That's true. But
that's, I guess we're talking about the OST, but we're talking about
the first one.
Yeah.
So let's get into credentials. Shokugeki no Soma original soundtrack 1 was released July of 2015 on the Warner Brothers Home Entertainment label. It has 30 tracks and has a duration of 1 hour and 3 minutes, 63 minutes. The composer, Tatsuya Kato, he began writing film scores in 2003 after graduating from the film scoring program at the Tokyo College of Music. He is very involved in the anime community and has composed the music for well over 50 anime. That's a fuckload. That's a lot. It's a lot of work.
But I mean, considering how many anime there are out there.
That's true. But still, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot to do, especially for 2 hours worth of music on the first season.
Yeah.
To name a few, he has done Demon King Daimao, Future Diary, Fate/Khalid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Liner Prisma Ilya. That's a long title. The free series, Idolish 7, Review Starlight, and Dr. Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What overall notes do you have, Garrett?
Well, I definitely have more notes for the first one than the second one, mostly because I kind of reviewed it and analyzed it not as 2 separate OSTs, but as one whole one. So know that a lot of these kind of translate over to OST 2. I'll remind you when we get there too. So overall notes, it is certainly a charming OST. It is very charming. It's a little cheesy, but charming. Some of the songs, a lot of the songs, can be predictable. Like, I would be confident in playing them myself. There's some songs that there's no way I could do. But most of the songs on this OST, I could definitely play quite a few of the instruments that were recorded.
Well, that's because most of them go at a tempo like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, and they're just not that complicated.
2, 3, 4. And that's what you hear over and over again.
They're not very complicated. Does that make it a little more relatable to like the average listener? Possibly. I wanted a little bit more from it though. It would have charted in the USA in my opinion. Apparently this OST didn't even hit the charts.
No.
So in my opinion, the simplicity of the music would have made it chart in the United States. But I feel like you Japanese people have really good taste and you just expect more from your OSTs, from your music. It's almost like, not to be rude, but a bit of a sellout.
Yeah.
It's pretty generic, not really complicated, but done well. You know, it was done very, very well. It was recorded well. It sounds super, super good. And they never really overdo anything. Mm-hmm. That's what I kind of took away. Even though they sold out a bit, they never really overdo anything. So
Can you elaborate on why you say it, like what you mean by sellout?
Like sellout would be like just it sounds pop.
Okay.
There's a lot of pop. There's a lot of formulation, a lot of looping
repetition.
things. Yes, so much repetition.
I'm glad you said loop because that was part of what one of my overall notes was.
There are a few songs that are very, very they don't fall under this, but the majority of this OST was generic
and also 2 minutes too long.
Yeah. It's like they re-loop something. The phrases don't really go anywhere. They just play it again. They play it like a pop song. They play it like I would cover a song on stage. It sounds like a typical pop song. So I think it's a bit of a sellout. He went the easy route.
Okay.
Anything
else?
That's I got a shitload. The OST kind of goes in order of the story, sort of. There's a few of them that are thrown out of place, but not too bad. A few tracks. They do a great job so far, and I think that was, I don't remember what number I got to, probably like 10 or 11. They do a great job so far of capturing the characters' themes, like the characters' personalities. They didn't get all of them right, at least towards the end, but from where I got to, this is like, yeah, it's probably about 11 or 12. They just did a great job capturing the characters' personalities. I loved how they did that. I love the Meat Sonata too, man. That was so good.
That was good.
I was surprised that there wasn't more sound design for a lot of this. There is so much animation and so much personality, not just from the characters, but from the food, and so much detail into the food. I figured that the color scheme, the food porn, the blowing off people's clothes from eating such good food, the foodgasms, all that stuff, all the colorful food, the aroma, all that. There's so much detail that could have been brought out by this OST. It just did not do it.
It didn't. Even on the ones that like do correspond with the foodgasms and shit like that, that also could have gone a different route. It was very simple, very easy.
This is super cookie cutter.
Yeah.
This is a very cookie cutter OST instead of bringing out the detail of the show. Not like the Fate series.
Yeah.
The Fate series, reading the script over and over again, getting an idea for the characters, getting an idea for the setting and stuff, looking at the scenes, getting an idea for colors, contrast, all that stuff. There is so much detail that a film scorer should do and homework that they should do before they jump into this. And this was like, nah, this will work for this situation. It's this. It's like they took a very broad term and made music for that. So it works, sure.
And there were a couple songs where, it seemed like the effort was there.
Yes, there definitely were. It's not the whole OST. It's just like there are probably 10, 12 songs on this whole thing, maybe 15, that just are very, very good, and the rest is cookie cutter. But so I was surprised that there wasn't more sound design, and then I wrote, found it. It's number 18. It just took them 18 tracks to do it. And they did finally use some digital timbres and things that weren't just the typical orchestration that they were using, typical instrumentation. The soloists tell a great story over the musical setting. I did like the solos. Phenomenal performances from them on almost every piece.
Yeah.
They really love those flute flares. I don't know what they're called. I will just point them out when we hear one. But they did that on a ton of them, and it just sounds super cinematic and dramatic. It's a little like quick swell, a little flicker of the fingers. It was cool. And then I wrote again, so much predictability.
Cool. Okay.
That's my overall notes. What are yours?
This was my first note. I said I noticed many genres and timbres that feel like they match the different cuisines and nationalities of the characters.
Okay.
Also, I said this is a feel-good OST. Please listen to this when life just sucks balls.
I was really mad, actually, when we started listening to it. I was super frustrated.
He was super mad.
Feeling a little overwhelmed, just stressed out. And I sat down, get started, and like the third song in, I'm like, all right, I'm totally cheered up now.
Yeah, he was like, I don't even want to listen to this OST right now. And I was like, well, that's too goddamn bad.
Yeah,
and
we had to. I mean, of course. There's no point in like pushing off work that you got to get done. I was just frustrated and overwhelmed.
He was very frustrated. And then he was like kind of laughing and smiling by like track 3.
This song will turn your day around. If you're having a bad day, this OST, listen to it.
Yeah. If your life is sucking balls real hard, go ahead, listen.
That's right.
All right. So then my third note is watch out for the trumpet. It might scare you.
It does kind of jump out at you.
It comes in like out of nowhere.
There was some sloppy trumpet playing too. Sloppy in a good way.
Yeah.
Like loose on purpose.
And then this is where I talked about the loop. A lot of these songs could have been 30 to 40 seconds if they dropped the loop.
Yeah. Yep. And I don't think there was too much variation too to like the melody. I don't think it really evolved in any particular way that needed to go on for another 2 minutes.
Yeah, no. And then my last note was I have weird notes for this OST.
That was your last note?
That was my last note.
Yeah, you do have some weird notes, but they were fitting.
But I mean more in like my in-depth analysis. I made like comparisons to elephants and shit.
Okay. Well, what did you star, Emily?
Ooh, I starred way more on the first OST than I did the second. So I should do a negative star for track number 5 and 14. But I had a full star on track 6. I had a full star on track 9.
Okay, I also had 6.
I
also had 9.
I had a squared star on track 11. I don't remember what that means, but I put some question marks.
It had to be something to do with, what's her name? Mito. That's her nickname.
Yeah.
I don't really remember her name.
No, her nickname is Nakumi. Her real name is Mito. Nakumi. He calls her Nakumi.
Okay.
Stop introducing me as that.
That's right. She hates that nickname.
Yeah. And then I did track number 12, the Meat Sonata.
Yes, I definitely starred that one. That was sick.
Yeah, and then I starred track number 18.
Me too. God, we've had the same full stars so far.
Sweet.
That's impressive.
And then I had track number 19, starred, not circled.
Okay.
That song was pretty epic. And then I had track number 22 starred. And then my favorite one was track 23.
Yep. That's the one that you had the great analysis on. I even wrote next to my full star, because I full starred that one. I wrote Emily's notes. Exclamation point, exclamation point.
Yay.
Yep.
And then I had track number 25 as a talking point.
Same.
And then I had track number 30.
Okay, so that was the only one we didn't star together.
Was 30?
I actually the only other one that I full starred was 28.
Oh, the duck I wouldn't mind being embraced by,
which is a very funny title. To go over the rest of my half stars, number 3 was a little kind of star.
Okay.
Mostly of a talking point.
Yeah, I liked that one too for talking point, but I didn't start.
Yeah. Obviously, everything that you full starred, other than the one I just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wrote, some of these stars have an exclamation point by them and a little extra note by it because of a particular reason why I starred that. This one in particular, number 8, God's Tongue, was for the character.
Mm-hmm.
They did a great job
capturing
Erina's character. That was so good. Then we go all the way to 22 for a little half star. Despair and Hardships.
Oh, yeah.
A talking point for 25. I starred number 26 for our intro song, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And then 29 for the world's wonderfully delicious flavor. That got a little half star from me, and that's it. I starred quite a bit. A lot more on the first one than the second one, too.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I hardly took any notes on OST, too. It just sounded like the same fucking thing.
Yeah, it did. So, yeah, that's all my stars.
Okay.
I guess, where do you want to start?
Well, I want to make a funny comment about what I wrote.
Okay.
Because for track 5, which is right before the first one that we started,
Uh-huh.
I said Garrett stole my notes, but everything's fine. I don't remember what I said that you wrote down for track 5.
Oh, the more cheese, their ooze and their doo-doos.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then I said, holy cow, if there's a more cheesy song than this, I quit. And then right next to it, I wrote track 14, quit.
Yep, you quit. You quit after that one.
I quit.
Well, let's talk about number 3. Let's talk about number 3 because Chatter, Chatter had a pretty cool vibe to it that they did some personification with the instruments that I really liked.
Yes.
For my notes, it's different than what we've heard so far, the first 2 tracks. I love the Irish jig they got going. It just adds to the charm. And I thought that it was a really nice touch to add clapping or lap percussion without any reverb or anything like that. It's super dry and it's very up close and it kind of represents intimacy.
Yeah, it kind of makes you also feel like you're in the room with them chattering.
There's a bunch of people
you're part
chattering
of the
around
conversation.
you. Yeah, there's a bunch of intimate conversations happening all over the place.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing. I said great personification of chatter with the instruments all talking at once with different melodies.
Yeah, that was very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's play number 6. I guess let's talk about it first.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I said such a suspenseful open with the tremolo on the strings. The strings actually get really ornamental, strangely, which we hadn't really seen up until this point, except for chatter, which it was like a bunch of nonsense more than anything. The beat has me bumping. The rhythm kills it, and that's what kind of made the song for me. The rhythm really like puts you into the song.
We basically said the same thing.
Really?
But in a different way.
Oh, okay.
I put finally starting to charm us into some super competitive but friendly epic food face-off. This song is pretty dope, not gonna lie. It grooves.
Yeah.
So let's listen to number 6. This one is called The Texture of Decisive Battle. What are those instruments? Castanets?
The castanets.
We remember what they're called this time.
Yay! We did it. Feel like we learn along the way.
We try.
Wish we'd get better at Japanese, but...
This is a motif that's reused quite a bit.
A lot. I love how smooth the transitions are between the violins.
Yes. That acoustic guitar helps.
Yeah. And it's like true, you just can't help but like get into that rhythm. Like
the song fucking bumps, yo.
I dare anyone to like work out to this song and tell me.
There's a ton of songs from this that you can work out to.
Yeah.
This one in particular. I love it. Everything is recorded and played so well. That's why even though it's looped, it's just done well. It's produced very, very well.
Well, it's one of those songs that like, at least it's upbeat enough to like not care that the loop is there because you're enjoying the beat.
I got stank face going.
Yeah, he does.
I like this hidden violin solo.
I know. It's
they
like you can barely hear it, but it makes all the difference.
But it's like it's weird. They did the opposite technique of what you would normally use a solo for. Normally the music bed supports the solo.
Yeah, but they put the solo behind.
In this case, they made the solo kind of support the music bed and just really groove along with the track. So I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
You have to like really focus and listen in so you can hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost takes listening to it twice.
Which we do.
Yeah. Yes, we do. All right, on to the next one. I do want to talk about number 8 just because of the character and how well they did it. We're going to play 9 next, but... This song, number 8, it's called God's Tongue. I just love how it feels. It feels just like Erina. The baroqueness, the harpsichord, and the expression of the strings, they all add to her kind of uppityness and prude demeanor. She's super jaded, yet so sophisticated and talented. Very talented. Mm-hmm. And she's jaded because of a bittersweet gift that she was given. She can just taste every flavor ever in every dish. She's proud, but kind of a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I said such dramatic and elegant music for such a character and her problems.
Yeah.
The violins are taking notice of that in their expressions and what they're saying. Like the way that the violins are expressing themselves is very accurate of Erina's personality.
Yeah. And how sophisticated she is, like the harpsichord, everything behind it. The rhythm of it, too, it just feels like, yeah, she's super talented, but has a huge stick up her ass. So I just wanted to let anybody who's listening that hasn't watched it, or if you had a part in making this, great job on this character.
Yeah.
Very good theme. All right, let's play or talk about number 9. What are your notes for number 9? This one's called Disgusting.
So I loved the tone that they put on that violin. I loved it. Like, if you can help me find that tone when I record, holy bejesus, I will do my best. That. This also sounds incredibly raw. Like they're playing in 5th position and even slightly out of tune. Like almost like just a little bit, like where it perks your ears and you're like, is that in tune?
But they repeat it.
But they repeat it.
Tricks your brain into solving its own problem.
Yeah. And so it sold me. I was sold by the song because it's just like, it just felt so emotional, so super raw. And not emotional like a way that makes me sad or like anything like that, but it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I felt attached.
You felt attached. Yeah. I put, this song is sick. The melody grabs you right away, but then you notice something hidden underneath. The keys, and then again on to the next pass, something again, there's something else there, and I was writing too fast to write it down. I was like, wait, and then they hit that major chord because she likes him. But nope. And then they go right back to the original version. This is a great song for the setting too. They captured Arena very well. So let's listen to number 9.
Yeah, that tone. Look at it. Listen.
I know how to find that tone.
Do it.
We're going to put you in the bathroom. We're going to grab the acoustic violin.
Hopefully with our anticipated 4th bedroom, we can just pad the shit out of that room.
Yeah. I like the keys.
Yeah.
That's the flute thing I was talking about. And sometimes they go low to high. In this case, this one's very settled in the background. They do it way more dramatic sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a technical term for that. I don't know it, though.
And it even almost sounds like the piano and the violin are playing 2 different tempos.
Yeah. And the harpsichord, too. This all describes Erina very well. And she's just not having it with Yukihira.
Yeah.
She's like, damn, this food is delicious, but fuck you. I don't want to tell you that.
Yukihira Soma. That could have been a sample in that song.
Oh, yeah. I love how they hit you with the major chord just to go like, oh, it's delicious. No, wait. Fuck you. Yeah. Great song. Loved it. Now, on to one of my favorite ones. The Meat Sonata.
The Meat Sonata.
The Meat Sonata. I put, whoa, holy piano. So sad and painful, so much passion, and so heartfelt. I am mesmerized for meat. Turn this shit into a fucking beat, please. And then I put comma, Garrett. So I should do
it. You dummy.
Yeah. Yeah, I did that one. And then there's another mashup too for number 13. I was like, I put little parentheses around the songs that I wanted to throw mashups on. Number 13 was the one.
Yeah.
The boner ape tits.
Yeah.
Bon appetit. Sorry. I read that weird. It's the Sleeping Beauty / Coco mashup. That's number 13.
Ernesto de la Cruz.
But we're talking about number 12. Also, I thought it was a really weird transition to go from 12 to 13.
Oh my God, yes.
That threw me for a fucking loop, yo. So what were your notes for 12?
So I said, well, this is a piece I can definitely get behind. The expressiveness of the piano and the way she feels about meat is so passionate.
She loves her meat.
And then I said, I want me some meat in capital letters. At this point, I was feeling very sexually frustrated. So
I see.
Yeah. The aggression in the last few bars, though, was awesome. It was a great way to take out that song with being as passionate and like fluid as it was.
This is a beautiful sonata. This is some of the like really powerful stuff that we're talking about. This is grade A, fucking grade S level. This is, what is that term from One Punch Man? This is God tier. It's a God tier threat.
Yeah.
Right here. And it's so simple.
Yeah.
So let's listen to it.
It's
just
simple.
a super ornate piano piece. Let us listen to that.
With the passion.
With a passion. The Meat Sonata.
I just can't help but laugh. They were not creative about the titles of these tracks at all.
That's okay. It was easy to figure out where it went.
Like, this girl fucking loves meat, and you can hear it. You can just hear the passion.
Fucking awesome. Preston, I'm looking at you, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm looking at you. I want to hear this covered. Whoa.
I just love the different layers of the same piano. Like, both hands are so ornate.
And what a melancholy, very painful motif that they use. Such beautiful phrasing.
And it just comes back. You think it's going to be over, and then it's not.
No way.
They're like, no, fuck you.
They gotta bring you out a little bit. Reground you, you know?
Got him. So
Beautiful.
good. But like, that aggression there in the last was just, so
Yeah. So
frustrating
good.
in a
So
good way.
good.
Frustrating in a good way.
Yes. So that was the Meat Sonata. Let's move on.
And then we move on to 14, and I said no.
Oh yeah, that was the one that you quit.
Yeah,
the Polar
I
Star
quit.
Dawn RS. Come
That
to
was
an
the
end.
most cheesy song on the entire OST.
Yeah, it feels super Pixar.
Yeah.
And that's the sloppy little trumpet that I was talking about.
Yep. Fucking trumpet.
And that was the whistle. That's what made you do it.
Oh yeah.
That fucking weird.
Oh yeah, it got me. I was like, nope.
It's one of those whistles that you like blow into, and then you pull the little whatever that fucking thing. The
plastic
rod
piece at
is
the
at the end
end.
of it, and it changes the pitch of it. Yeah. It was fucking cheesy as shit. That's a negative on the whistle, Ghost Rider.
That's a negative on the whistle.
That is a negative on the whistle. Okay, let's move down to number 18. That was the next star.
Yes.
The Heat of Confrontation. Oh, hell yeah. The minor second modulation, and then, what is that? Hell yeah, so much tension. The lo-fi violins are such a nice touch. The lo-fi strings all around. So different and synthy. Dissonance. Fear. There's the sound design. That's the sound design I was looking for. And it took all the way to 18 to get there. What were your notes?
I said, well, now it's getting heated. They just put me in a spotlight, and it's stressful as fuck. The build of the string sliding up and down is superb. They even held out like the last note. Like it is so difficult on a violin. You have no frets to tell you where to end. You just have to guess. And when you're sliding, like you have to know in the moment exactly what note you're on while you're sliding. Like there's no telling where you are on the string. You just have to
practice
by practice. And they all ended their slides at the same time and just held out the long note. So it was like,
They definitely all practiced that. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like your impression of it.
Thanks. I said, this is super awesome. They keep adding new layers, and then it ends incredibly cinematic.
Yeah. Let's listen to it.
I
Let's
give
show
my
it
notes
off.
a lot of emphasis.
Yes, you do. I love it. I love the passion. It's just what brings out, Food Wars.
Rah.
Food Wars is so passionate. Let's listen to Heat of Confrontation. What? What? Oh, yeah, those brass.
Uh-huh.
It's fucking awesome.
This wasn't the elephant song, but those also sounded like elephants.
The dissonance.
I love that. I loved it.
That almost didn't sound intentional.
It sounded like glitchy.
That little glitchy thing sounded almost like an audio engineer's mistake.
That
and they
sounded
may have
awesome.
made it work. Oh.
The piano. Ah.
So cool. This is something that I would expect from like a Batman villain.
Yeah.
Whew. Hot damn.
Hot damn.
Hot damn, that was so good. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. There's a lot of music to play.
You know, we
But we
don't have to play every single one that we start.
Yeah, we just didn't start that much from OST2.
That's true.
So I kind of wanted to get, the good shit. Get the good shit out there. Besides, I think there's only, 2 more? And the next one is your favorite one.
Right. Because I started track 22 and you did not.
No.
Correct?
Now, the next one we're doing is track 23, but we
Right.
can talk about 22 if you'd like.
No, it's okay. It was a good song, but I did like it because it's called The Despair of Hardships, and that one was really deep, and they left like the perfect amount of space between the notes to give you just enough time to catch your breath.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
But track 23, The Kitchen's Front Line. I already knew that this was going to be something that I would relate to, and they executed it so well.
Yes. Can I talk about my notes? Because
Yes.
I really want to focus on yours. I really want to focus on yours. You did a great job analyzing this song, so I just want to get my notes out the way. The fiery brass and a melody that means fucking business, the cinematic percussion sets up that epic level, like just sets the level really high. Sick guitar solo followed by some awesome syncopation from the strings and the brass. There is so much energy and hustle and talent. Passion at a badass professional level. Take it away, Emily. My notes are lame.
So actually, I think I'd rather read my notes while the song is playing.
Okay.
So that way I can kind of like point
Is
it
there
out.
anything that was not like in time? Is there anything that you want to talk about in your
No,
notes?
because the way that the song is structured, everything is happening throughout the entire piece, and when it comes together, then
Cool.
yeah.
Cool. This will be your analysis then. Let's do it.
So this is the moving parts of a kitchen, and
Yeah.
they accurately represented every single part of the kitchen and just ran away with it and did it exactly how I pictured it in my head.
Another grade S level
Yeah.
song. So this is the kitchen's front line. Here it comes.
So those drums are the chef. They are keeping everybody in rhythm, keeping everybody in line, telling you when everything needs to be fired, everything's coming out. Every single individual section outside of that are the rest of the kitchen crew. So everybody's doing their own thing. You've got sauces, you've got proteins, you've got salad and first course and a saucier. Like you have all of your moving parts just working together as one.
Okay.
But the drums stay the same.
Yeah, the drums stay the same the whole time. you can hear like the preparation
Yeah.
of each piece.
Yeah. Like now, okay, so that was done. Okay, now pass it on to the guitar. Everybody's still working at the same time,
What are
but
those
everybody's
horns?
not in the spotlight. So they accurately like depict where each level is.
I feel like there's also a sense of handling mistakes.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody fucked up.
Yeah.
But how do you handle it? You have to serve the dish.
Yeah. You have to serve it. So which means you got to start all over again. And what did we just do? We started all over again. Just to make it through service. And it speeds up because time's almost up.
Cool modulation.
And the final dish comes together and all the instruments are playing at the same time.
Yeah. In sync. I feel like that little brass swell was like a enjoy.
Yeah. Like your dish is served.
There.
All of this hard
you
work
go.
between all of the different parts of the kitchen all came together to make that dish for you. And here's your dish. And I really like that. And there was one other song that I was able to like, you could hear it throughout the music. And I actually formulated my notes as such. I like wrote one before I knew the way the song was going to go. And it was predictable, but it was perfect. It was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I did have 25. Had a little talking point star.
Yes.
The secret ingredient called victory.
I want to know what your talking point is.
My talking point is just this. This is the famous like dish explanation.
Yeah.
/ turn an enemy into a friend.
Okay.
Like Yukihira just won, and this is why. It's the talk no jutsu of the OST. So cheesy, but I like where they place this song in the show. It fits the emotion of where it goes, the setting.
So we almost had the same talking point.
Did you write talk no jutsu? Because
No, I didn't, because you said that, and if I had wrote that, it would have been stealing it from you, and I already criticized you for stealing my
For
note.
stealing from you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my talking point is, so I said, this is so far the most recognizable song for me. It's so fitting for the scene, but it's kind of just okay standalone. And this goes to show that the placement in the animation means everything.
Oh, yeah. It's super important.
So when we're saying that the song wasn't overwhelming and it fit the anime, it's for reasons like this. Like, this song stands out when it needs to stand out, and it fits the scene so well. The other music, you don't really hear a lot of the like cheesy songs up front because it blends in so well with the animation.
You're focused on
You're
the animation.
focused on the
story
animation.
and the dialogue and stuff.
So the music is crucial because it would be weird if it wasn't there. But when they play something so well that you remember it, and it's just not a good song standing alone,
Yeah.
but it meshes so well with the animation, that's what makes placement so important.
Yeah. Music is everything. It's like, it's everything that's happening. You know, they call it the organization of sound over time, but it's not just the sound of music and instruments, it's the sound of everything. And sometimes it's the animation.
Nor is it always organized.
If you think about what watching an anime actually is, it is purely, if you just break it down into something simple like frequency, like what's on the frequency spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Sound is at the lower frequency. Light is at a much, much higher frequency. Light is the art. That's everything else. You know, that's
what
the
you
only.
see.
That's all we get. There's no smell. You know, we only have audio and visual. That's it.
Yeah. So why not pair them well?
And when you can blend frequencies that well, not just musical, but light frequencies, you know, that's pretty cool. It's cool when you simplify it like that. And it all blends so well together. So I did star 28. We're not going to play that one. nor are we going to play 30 because we already played you a fuckload of music so far. And we have another OST to talk about.
But wait, I want to talk a little bit about 30.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to talk about 28 too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Number 28, The Duck I Wouldn't Mind Being Embraced By. Yeah, sounds super dirty. Oh my God, this song is so epic. They use God chords, and I'm going to find a video on YouTube to add to the playlist to give you a good definition of God chords themselves. They use God chords to modulate, and it just sounds like fucking amazing. It sounds otherworldly. It sounds supra-natural. It's a level above super. It's supra-natural, okay? It's fucking awesome. I put hell yeah again. I love the harp piece. I was like, are they singing German? What is that? I was like, this is another orgasm song. So good. I'm laughing a little bit. It's like,
Yeah.
it was so good it made me laugh.
It was. I said this is sexual intense. The dynamics go way down and then come back for a sentimental. Oh, the intense again. I feel like they might be a bit conflicted by it, but still cuddling, said Duck.
Yeah, for sure. The duck is cuddling them.
That's true.
The duck is like, come here, baby.
Come here, baby. Let me
Hug you.
keep you nice and warm.
That's right. Feel these feathers.
God, we're so weird.
Talk about number 30. What you got? Shokugeki start.
Oh wait, here's where I wrote why
Oh,
I
is this-
wrote I have weird notes for this OST.
For 30 or 28?
29.
29. Oh, okay. The
I
world's
said-
wonderfully delicious flavor.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, but which flavor? Pussy flavor.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you?
And I was like, dirty, not the song.
This is mature content, guys. It's mature fucking content.
We were doing
sicko.
an ecchi anime. Of course, it is.
We're going to use the word pussy a couple times. Just a heads up.
Yeah, I might even throw the word cunt in.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's an underutilized word.
Normalize the words pussy and cunt.
Agreed.
Just don't call your pussy kitty.
You can call it whatever you want. Okay.
You can.
Emily's just going to judge you for it, I guess.
Fuck.
All right. Talk about 30.
All right. So Shokugeki start. This is a song where I have 1 through 11. And I was like, the battle begins. From the very get-go, you already know that this is a battle. So I started numbering because I already knew they were going to pull out all the ingredients, do a mise en place. We're just getting started. And then it's like one of those songs that it's kind of like
Can you explain to me what that is? A mise en place?
a mise en place. A mise en place is where you are prepping. You're getting out all of your stuff and you're measuring it out before you even start putting it all together.
I see.
So you're basically like prepping out to get your service
So you have
started.
an efficient dish cooking.
Yes, and that
experience.
way you're gonna go faster and be more efficient.
Yeah.
Cool. And so it's kind of doing like what the first opening did. It does the bridge and then it goes straight into the chorus. So it kind of like gets us ready. And then I already knew they were gonna take a little bit of they were gonna rest. So my number 2 said take a deep breath, and then 3 was attack. And so the clock's ticking, which what the clock was ticking, which was like the drums and the violins. And then every moment's crucial, but you still need to think clearly. And the horns legato. So the horns were like taking really long breaths and elongating their notes.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like, okay, you still need to calm down, think clearly. And then 6 was the judges call your time. That's the flute. The flute just like kind of came in and then it kind of came out.
Oh, yeah.
And then the battle's almost over. I can't keep writing this fast. The tempo just kept rising.
Damn,
so
you wrote a lot.
So you're just like, I was writing really fast because the tempo kept increasing.
It did feel like kind of a bit under pressure.
Yeah. So then like the tempo's increasing with every passing moment. 10, your final seconds arrive, and 11 time. And then it just ends.
Yeah. I didn't really have any crazy notes. I just kind of wrote it. Felt like a bit of a ninja battle. Like there's strategies of a super epic chess game. Pure skill and ability to adapt under pressure. I did love the modulations, though. The modulations were very cool because they represent kind of living in the moment and adapting to the challenges of being on the clock and racing, making a gourmet dish under pressure. So it's totally living in the moment.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. That does it for OST 1, and I think it certainly fits the anime.
Oh, yes.
I definitely like this better than OST 2, and we will get to that in a minute.
It's time to move on to ending 1.
Yes. Ending number 1. Take it away, Emily.
So this is called Spice by Tokyo Karan Koran.
Oh, God, I love this song. This song's so funny.
I like the last song better.
It makes me giggle. Oh, the last.
Sachan's no sexy curry.
That one grew on me a little bit.
I like it.
It took a few episodes, though. I did not like it when I first heard it.
This one's also in episode 1 through 14. It was released June of 2015, and then on the album Noon Moon. That's an interesting song title.
It's an oxymoron.
Noon/Moon. It peaked at number 22 on the Oricon. Now, a little bit about Tokyo Karan Koran, because that's all you're going to get is a little bit.
Koran?
Karan.
Koran?
Formed in 2007. And again, all I know is they were a 5-piece band and they disbanded just last year in 2020. That's all I know.
Well, God damn it.
Literally, I even searched the Japan and Chinese websites and I got nothing.
Nothing. Well,
the only thing I could find was like the recent news of their disbanding. I'm like, well, how does anybody even know anything about them if you don't have any information on them?
Yeah, right?
The fuck?
God damn it. Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Let's listen to the song. Certainly a catchy song. And they make everything so sexual, too.
Yeah, they do.
Everybody's just fucking butt naked, hugging different types of ingredients.
So if you've ever seen Food Wars, you already know what this is. And so Garrett critiquing me for being mature content over here. No. Because they're sitting on bananas.
I like how he's got a banana. He's straddling a banana.
Yeah.
He's butt naked. That's so funny. I love the guitar in this.
Yeah.
They just play whatever they want.
Yeah.
That guitar that I'm talking about is coming out of your left headphone. If you're listening on headphones. And if you're wearing them correctly. You'd be surprised how many people put on their fucking headphones backwards. Especially over the ear headphones.
And there's the Last Supper right there in the eating sequence.
I like how Yukihira is Jesus. He's barely eating. He looks sad.
Probably embarrassed.
There's no Judas, though. That's cool.
Fun fact. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The author of this manga, his next manga that he would like to write would like to be something where somebody dies. He's like, nobody died in Food Wars. Like, nobody died.
That's okay.
That's what I was thinking.
It's okay that nobody died. It's a cooking show. Why does anybody have to die?
But he wants to write something where someone dies. I think he wants to like write about the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah. This was not that show.
No, it was
That's
not.
for sure.
It was not. Okay.
Let's get into some lyrics.
All right. Even though it's okay if I give up, even though I'm thinking I can quit, I can't even run away. So dizzy, so dizzy. Because of my lack of self-confidence, I can't even express myself. I've lost my confidence, spiraling round and round, round and round.
Who the hell is this about?
But since I was able to meet you, I will not lose sight again. I bet this is
Is this
Megumi.
Todokoro? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We said the same person.
Yeah, we did. Just different names.
For those of you listening, they're like, who the fuck? You guys mean to do that?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Let's gather around the dining table and set a place for yesterday's mistakes and uncertain tomorrows. Hey, I don't need anything. I don't need exquisite flavors or classy food presentations. I don't need them so. Even if the taste of tears is already too salty, in the end, if you're always able to smile, that's spice.
So cheesy.
I love it.
But so fitting.
It is.
So fitting. That's a
It is.
catchy fucking song. I will give it to them. Good job. I can't stop that now.
I know.
I got her son to start doing it too. He's 4. And now I hear him from the other room going, I like what you got. Good job.
Yeah, it's great.
It's awesome.
It's great.
It's awesome. It's fucking hilarious when it comes out of a 4-year-old's mouth.
All right. Let's start the next
Next half.
The next twos. We're on the second half of the
twos.
season.
We are on the 2s. Yes. Yes. OP number 2. Rising Rainbow by Misokasu. It appears on episodes 15 through 24. The rest of the season was released in September of 2015 as their major debut single, and then on the album Rebellion Flat Minor 7th. That's a cool album title.
Mm-hmm.
Misokasu, formed in 2006, the only band so far that has formed in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
They have the most fun stage names. The previous bassist, Fuck Nakano. Drunky Ito was the drummer. Destroy Haruyoshi was the vocalist / guitarist. And then Michael the Dream.
In all capital letters.
Michael the Dream.
Thank you.
That's how you say his name.
Yeah.
Is the keyboardist. Hopefully I didn't scream your ears off there. My bad. There's really no major achievements or information about them either, except the Wiki Japan page that explains some funny things. When Fuck Nakano, again, the bassist. Man, I want my name to be Fuck Garrett. That's awesome. Decided the band wasn't going the direction he wanted. The new bassist apparently just happened to be passing by. When said bassist came on, they say it was so bad he had to switch with the keyboardist.
Yeah. So Michael the Dream was initially the bassist, and they were like, he was so bad that he
was
had
so
to
bad
ask
at bass.
the keyboardist to be
Wow. Oh, wow.
But I'm like, well, yeah, you just picked somebody up off the street. What did you
guy,
expect?
I'm quitting my band. You want to join it? That's so funny.
Like, they made it seem like this guy was like a complete dickhead in the Wiki Japan thing, and I was like, I'm running with it. That's fucking hilarious.
His name's Fuck Nakano.
Yeah.
I bet there's a reason for that.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. And he embraced it too. He's like, yeah, I fucking hate myself. Fuck me too, right? They disbanded officially in February of last year, 2020. They were only featured in one other anime called Hey Bot.
Hey, bot.
Hey Bot. All one word with an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that one either. God damn.
Nope.
So much more I got to watch. Seriously. Let's listen to it, right?
Garrett's like, I'm slowly getting overwhelmed thinking about it.
There's so much shit. Here it comes, opening number 2. Another banger, too. I like it. Not as good as the first one, but still good.
It did not place on the Oricon at all.
This bassist is good, though.
I'm glad
This is the Japanese bass playing that I fucking love.
I'm glad the keyboardist was like, okay, I guess I can play bass. It's fine.
Bass player probably heard him and was like, never mind, my bad, yo. Really cool bass tone, too. When the other instruments fall out, like there's less distortion and gain, the gain and the saturation from the bass stands out. It's pretty cool. But it sounds clean when everything else is happening. It's got a nice mid-range growl to it. I love it.
I like how they put them in like real life battle situations in the opening sequence.
Oh yeah, they're like actually
Like fighting.
Dope. Fucking dope.
Yep. Okay. Let's
Lyrics.
talk about the lyrics.
Let's talk about the lyrics.
All right. Throughout days of walking forth, hey, special people seem to come to mind. It's freezing, but protecting you are the memories you've created with those people. With these small palms, I'll tightly seize the future. I don't
Okay.
know who this is about.
Yeah, I don't know who this is about either.
Hey, in the sky after the rain, a rainbow emerges, that day will come. Though now you're down at your knees, you too can rise up countless times. Maybe it's talking about everybody.
Could be talking about everybody. It could be talking about, I don't know. It's not Arena. I was kind of thinking it would be her. Just because, not that she would be at her knees from lack of talent or anything like that. More like just never experienced flavor on this level before.
Yeah.
and is kind of being humbled in a way. Like her peers can impress her,
Yeah.
and she hasn't really experienced that yet. The last time she experienced that was from, spoiler alert, Yukihira's dad.
Yeah. Who she's weirdly like enamored by.
Of course. If I remember correctly, her dad was an asshole.
Yeah. A weird
That's another season, though.
asshole. So the next line is, a dragonfly still early for the season, sensing an evening shower, it takes shelter. From the rustling sky come drops that pierce the heart bit by bit and laughing voices.
Cum drops. That's gross.
Oh, I love you. Within the torrent of rain, I'll tightly grasp your hand. So who's the dragonfly?
I don't know.
Because a
I'm
dragonfly
stumped.
is still early for the season. Definitely isn't.
Is there a name that we just don't know that translates to dragonfly, maybe?
I doubt it. I don't think so. Honestly, it just feels like they were like, yeah, let's use a dragonfly. Talk about a dragonfly. Let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm stumped.
Yeah, the last line is, the sun is showing its face. Hey, it's as if the torrent just recently now seems like a lie. Now cutting through the stillness, a rainbow emerges. That day is today. Hey, in the sky after the rain, a gust of wind blows.
Cool.
I guess I'm gonna just say that it's about everybody.
It's
I
gotta
think
be.
I mean, that's kind of what the opening sequence suggests, but
That's true. It's everybody battling against each other,
Yeah.
kind of getting to know each other and you testing each other's limits.
Yeah. So I think that
okay,
might
that
be
could
what
be
it's about.
Just about the class
The
itself.
school in general.
Interesting. Okay. Well, it seems maybe generic, although there's some translations and probably something that we're missing, I think.
I am sure.
So I think it fits, though.
Yeah.
It's a great opening sequence. I dig it.
Yeah. I dig it as well.
Cool. Let's get back into the OST.
Yeah.
Yes. OST Shokugeki no Soma original soundtrack 2 was released in November of 2015 on the Warner Brothers Home Entertainment label. It has 31 tracks and has a duration of 68 minutes. Just 5 minutes longer. It did not need to be, that's for sure.
Could have like not existed.
Yeah, not that bad. I mean, there were something got a star, you know? It wasn't completely dead. It was just okay. So, overall notes, I had that one. Actually, I accidentally read it on the first one. Just repetitiveness. Just a lot of repetitive songs. I didn't star anything until... Did you have any overall notes? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did. I said OST continues the happy vibes. The first song, super happy.
Yeah.
Cheesy, but happy.
Song of Hope.
The vocals are super cheesy. The oohs, the ahs, and the la-las. I cannot stand it.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
And those are my only overall notes.
Was this the OST, though, that had Yukihira's, like... basically, it was another orgasm song. Another foodgasm song. But it's specifically for Yukihira, and they sing in English.
I think
Like,
that's
hold you
I
close
think
to my
this
heart
was
sort of thing?
It was this one. I'm pretty sure that's why I wrote that.
Yeah. It happened during the first time I remember hearing it was when that hard ass French chef
Yeah.
was it was one of the first classes that they did, and the some other rival, some dickhead, some bully in the class went over to their food and dumped a bunch of salt into their dish, and they had to start over, and so they marinated in honey, and the guy's like just coming everywhere, essentially.
I'm not even sure I wrote
by tasting
notes. I wrote
Yukihira's food.
notes about that.
Yeah, I didn't have a full star until like number 11, Dancing the Taste Test.
Actually, yeah, I had that one started too.
Cool. What was the first one you started?
I'm pretty sure it was that one. Yeah, it was.
Okay, well, let's go with full stars first. At 11, I had 24 and 31. I only had 3 on this one.
I only had 2.
What'd you have?
11 and 31.
11 and 31. Okay, well, we'll just play those 2. We played a lot from the first one. Although I might want to play that Yukihira's The Hold You Close to My Heart song.
Or do you want to play the Karage song?
Oh, no, thank you. No, thank you.
That was awful.
Way too long.
I think we're going to play that as our outro.
You think so? Ugh. Do we have to do that to him? It was just too much.
It's funny. We don't have to play all 2 minutes and 45 seconds of a loop of it.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. Okay. What did you have half starred?
14, 20. Let's see if I had any half starred. I didn't have any half starred up until 14. And then I had 26, and that's it.
Okay, I had a lot more half stars than I did full stars. Number 6 was the first one I half starred, Taste Extravaganza. Number 8, number 9.
That was the one that 8 was the one I said sounded like elephants.
Oh, and number 9 is the serving of Vienna. This is where
The
Soma
insert
gets
song.
you. I love how they serve. I'm assuming it's Vienna sausage.
Yeah.
He just serves you as meat.
Mm.
Nah.
Yeah.
And then we have, and then I half started 13, 14. Standing at the apex of gastronomy was cool too. I like that one. I wanted more from it though.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also half starred 16 through 19. Actually, all of those captured the musical setting really, really, really well. Really well. A lot of representation in there. So this was a lot of the stuff that was missing from OST 1 as far as symbolism and the things that I look for in a piece, just the details, the extra details, the cool shit that's hidden in there. They did that on 16 through 19 very well. Number 22 got a little half star, Deliciousness Inside Foulness. I wanted more from the foulness.
Yeah.
And the deliciousness was just a little too similar to everything else.
Yep.
I'm jumping ahead of myself. 28 also got a little half star, Boiling Witch. Captured her very well. And that's it. So you want to start with 11?
Yeah.
Or is there anything you want to talk about before 11? Because there's 10 other songs.
There's a lot more bluegrass on this OST.
There was a lot of bluegrass on this OST.
Bluegrass. I really did. I liked the what was it? Glass Star version, and then there was like a glass container version.
The Glass Star version was good.
Those were pretty.
Yeah, it was like the basically a cover or a rendition of
the first OP, and then the second
first ending.
No,
it was the first ending.
Song of Hope is the first OP.
And then they also did.
And then
they
did the first ending. I know. I'm talking about the first song, which is Song of Hope.
Yeah.
I'm not at the ending yet.
Oh, okay. I just was talking about both of them in general.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Garrett,
don't you
your
get sassy
shit together.
with me. I swear to God. Don't make me come over there. Don't make me come over there.
So you can just reach for my hand.
I'll swing this fucking boom arm around. I swear to God.
Yeah, I really liked the classical songs, but I don't really. I mean, there was a lot of chefs who run thousands of miles, and it was like, oh, it's time for a morning hike. If
I was gonna play one extra one, it would only be Serving of Vienna. Just because that's number 9.
Those cheesy ass fucking lyrics.
This is where Soma gets you. Another orgasm song, the tremolo on the strings.
Yeah.
Super cool. And all the pieces of the strings really play such a great role under the vocal harmonies. The background vocal is kind of funny. There's just a ton of layers. It's like the more you keep listening, the more you hear just what the other instruments are doing underneath it all. There's this really upfront vocal harmony that gets you, and you're like, wait, there's this detail. And then, wait, oh, what's that over there? There's this detail too.
What's that?
It does a bunch of cool shit.
Yeah. I also liked track 10 too. It was a call and answer between the violin and the cello.
Oh, yeah. Sign of a Secret Ingredient.
Mm-hmm. And
very quizzical piece.
And then they did some fun triplets in the string section, the violin section.
Okay.
That I thought were really cool rhythmically on top of what they were doing everywhere else. Because it didn't really fit, but it fit.
So can we play 9, 11, and 31?
9, 11, and 31. I guess.
Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Only 3 this time. We'll keep it short and sweet for OST 2. So, number 9, Serving of Vienna. Here it is, coming at you.
Say it softly, play it slow.
So cheesy.
Hold me closer.
and they bring in everything else underneath. There's a lot of detail in here, I'm not gonna lie.
Closer to my heart, embrace me. Take me to the stars.
So heavenly.
It is.
Dance with me.
Like everything's in such a happy major chord.
To my heart.
You hear that background vocal?
Oh yeah.
That's pretty good. Nice shot.
Closer to my heart,
This is where Yukihiro Soma just, he gets you. You're like, who the fuck is this guy making boastful claims in front of the whole school, super confident? But who is this man?
Who are you?
He's so complicated. There's so much more
Yeah.
complexity to him that I need to find out just from tasting his food. And you find out that he's just an oblivious, talented motherfucker. Yeah, what is that thing he says as like a bumblebee when he's like pouring honey on people in the scene? Like when they're having the foodgasm?
I don't
That's so
remember.
funny. He's just like chanting the same thing over and over again, like a bunch of him, like clones of him, little bees just buzzing around, pouring honey on you. Yeah,
It was
that's
good.
that's why we had to play that one. Okay.
Track number 11.
Track number 11, Dancing the Taste Test. Go ahead, Emily.
I said it's EDM mixed with circus, but like Cirque du Soleil.
Cirque du Soleil.
That's the one. Cirque du Soleil. I was just reading my notes instead of actually reading what it's called.
You had a little bit of dyslexia as you were writing this
Dude,
one. These notes.
I kept skipping letters
So
like
many letters.
nobody's business. I was like, fuck.
I do that
fuck.
shit all the time. Remember I wrote choir with a fucking Q? I left it in there too.
I do.
Just to remind myself how
I
much
do.
of an idiot I am sometimes.
Cirque du Soleil, not Barnum and Bailey. The digital aspect of it makes this song incredibly unique. With the pads and the way it builds, it gives it a cinematic effect that I think that this OST desperately needed.
Yeah.
It desperately needed a piece like this. And they did it again later in the OST where they had the digital aspect that I also enjoyed. And not because I like EDM music.
It could have used a
but
little more sound design, especially when we're doing all the gastronomy and stuff.
yes.
There's a lot of science and art that could have been represented a bit better with some just eclectic tones.
Yes. Agreed.
So my notes, I thought it was pretty similar to the previous piece, number 10, a little bit, but it hits way different. The pitch swell was super cool. It is time to grade your food. I love the delay on the clap to create the dynamic space, and I'll point that out as it plays again. It's a very interesting piece.
Yeah.
So let's play that one. The reverse notes are cool too. That's all that. It sounds like it's sucking.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it's still building. I love that it did a quick build and then it does a little gradual build.
A little pitch swell.
Yeah. Ooh.
That was so cool. You hear that clap? It's like Was that a dotted eighth note? Maybe a triplet? But it's cool because it allows the transition to come onto you a little bit easier.
Yeah.
It doesn't just lose energy. It lets the energy fade away out of time a little bit. It feels out of time in a sense.
And since this is now the second time that this has happened, where it almost sounds like it's not in time, I kind of like that they did that.
Yeah. It fits very well. It's a cool technique.
It's also like most of this is like challenges where you're competing against other people who are moving different speeds than you.
But it always falls back in time eventually.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Now the next song, Blessing from the Country Fish, sounds exactly like the other Todokoro song.
Yeah. I didn't have any notes for 12 or 13.
I mean, I did. They're just like a couple sentences. 13 was cool.
It was cool, but it
I
wasn't
gave that one a half
like
star.
it wasn't anything that I found
14
exciting.
was perfect for the character.
Seductive.
Yeah. Very cool. 15, Savoring a Bitter Taste. It starts out a bit sad, but ultimately is a feel-good song.
Yeah. They're savoring it.
It's coming to terms with failure, losing. The piano adds to the sadness. It's like pretty simple and cold on top of a fairly warm arrangement of instruments. So it is savoring a bitter taste. It's cool. Very cool representation there. A lot more symbolism, again, in this OST. What else are we going to play? Are we going to talk about... Did you want to talk about anything in particular?
I mean, even the ones that I have starred were not like fantastic notes. For 14, I just said like there's a seductive element to the piece that speaks through the strings, and the piece is actually kind of intense.
I guess if I was going to talk about anything, it'd be 16 through 19.
Yeah, I know. I had nothing for that. I had nothing.
There's a lot there.
16 was just dramatic and
the taste of
piano
tears, the musical setting. It was so cold. Immediately hit you with that vast space created by the reverb. It's a very heavy reverb too. It feels super cavernous. It feels like a void that you're in, alone in a void. Interesting evolution of the melody. I really liked how they took it, like where they took it. It was exactly that, The Taste of Tears. It was a perfectly sad song. And I think that they just captured that emotional setting very well with the like the pads that they used, the reverb, everything that was going on. Great emotional setting. 17 got a like almost like a 3/4 star for me. The musical setting, the flavorless serenade. And I thought this is why. It's the technique that they used. So far, from what I'm hearing, and I wrote this in time with the song, only 2 plucked instruments were used. And I'm pretty sure it was a mandolin and a guitar. It is a good representation of lack of flavor. And yes, it was a mandolin. Also, holy mandolin phrasing. If I was going to play anything, like had to choose one more, it'd be 17 because of what that mandolin did. That sounded so cool.
Yeah, they did some really intricate shenanigans.
Yeah, that was music theory at its finest.
That was literally all I said. Ooh, some intricate shenanigans happening here. Those were my notes.
Very, very amazing shenanigans were happening. Super cool music theory and phrasing. And it was not musically flavorless. It was actually very, very intricate musical timbres there. But they only chose 2 timbres, and that were very close to each other. A mandolin and a guitar, acoustic guitar. And they were both being plucked. They weren't really strumming on one of them. So that did lack flavor in a way.
Yeah.
Thought that was very cool. Another star for musical setting. 18, another star for musical setting. 2 dishes talking. That background drone that they have going on. It feels like a vibe, a connection between the 2 guitars, which I wanted to know which 2 dishes. I put that in a question mark. Which 2 dishes are they talking about? They throw in subtle reverse notes and tons of tape noise and saturation. Actually, I noticed the most tape noise and saturation on that song. If you guys don't know what that is, I actually do it to our podcast too.
Mm-hmm.
I throw on a tape machine because it adds, especially if you are Emily and my age, or even or older, tape noise has been in our ears and in our subconscious since we were born and in the womb.
Yeah.
Because technology has advanced so quickly, but I was born in 94. So sure, CDs were a thing, but I remember as a child getting a bunch of cassettes, and that's usually how music was recorded. It was recorded onto a tape machine. And so that tape can only handle so many frequencies, and it adds a level of texture and of gain structure that warp the frequencies in a tasteful way, especially if you have a really good tape machine. So technology's actually gotten so good that people miss the sound of a tape machine. They miss that hint of texture. It's just so underneath, and it's so quiet, but it sets the level. It's not pure silence. Pure silence sounds bad. It sounds bad. We don't live in pure silence. Even in the womb, there's that whole like
white noise.
That white noise. Why we essentially tell babies to hush or go shh like that. That's the white noise of being in the womb. We are born into it. We are born with a sense of extra texture. There's zero silence from the time that we are born or conceived.
Yeah. I'm about to make a Yo Mama So Poor joke about myself. We were too poor to get a CD player, like until I was maybe like 7 or 8.
So we
only listened to cassettes for like a good third of my life.
Yeah. VCRs are the same way too. It's not just cassettes. VCRs, that's a tape.
Yep.
That's all tape.
We had only a VCR for so.
Yeah.
I had all the Disney movies
tapes.
on VHS though.
8-track tapes didn't last very long. They got switched to cassettes very fast.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. That's there's technology's gotten so good that we need noise back in there.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't like the sound of tape for so long. Making music back in the old days, people were like, "Fuck, how do I get rid of this noisy tape machine?" And now technology's so good, they're like, "Actually, how do I put the tape machine back
on?"
So I think that's kind of funny, very ironic, and a little psychology lesson for you.
Yeah.
Yes. So I thought that was cool. All the tape noise on Two Dishes Talking. Number 19, taste in friends.
Dirty.
We're not tasting our friends.
I mean,
maybe we are.
Say
Who
so.
knows?
If you say so.
A very sonically rich song, very rich piece. I love the melody. Absolutely love the melody. I feel like it's a motif I've heard before, but I think it's a new motif. I couldn't tell. It sounds like another mashup that I'd like to do. That was the Train song.
Yeah.
Or was it Train?
We don't know yet.
Or was it Adam Lambert?
It wasn't. It wasn't Adam Lambert. That was a different. Google gave me a different song.
Do you remember the song?
Yeah.
You don't, do you?
No, I do. That
was pretty good.
Somebody sent me that song because God fucking knows I can't find it, and I'm too much of a pussy to go into my my Google and hum it.
We will hopefully add it to the show notes if we find it in time. It was driving me crazy. It was on the tip of my tongue, and I still don't know what it is. We'll find it eventually. That's it. That's the one.
I've been running my
I think it's Worrying My Life Away. Don't want to worry my life away. I don't fucking remember the lyrics.
I don't know the lyrics.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't like that song that much. I just know it.
It just reminded me of that song. And then I full starred 24.
Wait, I want to talk about 20.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to skip you. Go ahead.
Jerk face, perfect jerk face.
I thought you said dick face.
Well, I mean, we'll put a dick on that face.
So what's wrong with you?
Cooking should be a challenge.
Put a dick on your face so you can see these nuts. Oh, look at that.
See, look, I set up a joke and I didn't even know it. I said, because I didn't write literally any notes pretty much for 17 through 19. And I was like, now this is certainly a song that is worthy of my notes. There were so many textures on this song. And not just with the instruments, like the layering of the instruments, but also with the bowings and the accents.
Okay.
Like you could hear when the violins were doing 2 up bows in a row. And you could hear like the way that they accented different things. It made it very textural and a lot of layers.
Cool.
On top of already having a ton of instruments, of course.
Nice. Well, yeah, I don't think I have much for that one. But I did start. I thought 23 was weird. Blue Fruits Flapping Day. I don't know what the fuck that was. Just heard internal monologue.
It was really sentimental.
It definitely was. I like the accidental passing tone of that song. It's starting to feel pretty repetitive. I can hear the internal monologue. Yep. Number 24, Those Who Do Battle. Love that song. Oh shit, here we go. This has a sick beat underneath the orchestra. Honestly reminds me of just a little bit of DBZ, but goes completely elsewhere. What a hard-hitting piece. Yeah, that's all my notes for that one. I didn't have much. Thought we might have played it.
I didn't have any.
But we didn't start. You clearly didn't start that one. And I think we are basically on. I don't really have any talking points for anything else. I liked Boiling Witch. Boiling Witch is cool because it fit the character.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like I was being bewitched with some nasty flavors.
I was like, ooh, you have to have the spooky vibes if we're talking about witches and Halloween and shit.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
And it's almost Halloween!
It's not even September yet, but yeah, it is almost Halloween. Sure.
We can start decorating soon.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. My God. All right, 31, Emily. Stay on track, okay? Track 31. What were your notes for that Shokugeki outbreak?
I said, well, the beginning is superb. And just when I thought the main theme was gonna suck, it got more epic. It like had this like 1 or 2 bars of just like kind of where you thought it was gonna get cheesy. And then it was like, no. The piece was moving and evolving with every single go round. Like every time they came back around to the motif, they added something different to it. It evolved over the course of the song.
Oh, yeah.
I loved the horns descending down the scale while the violins were doing exactly what they were doing 3 times faster. So they would go bum, bum, bum. I don't even remember exactly what it was.
We'll play it.
Yeah, you'll get it. Don't listen to me. I said there's a term for this, but I don't know. The electric guitar gets super intense too in like one of the last rounds of the motif.
Yeah. My notes. Yes, slowly build that intensity. Lure me in. What an energetic piece. Bass could be a bit more ornate. It was a little lackluster on the bass, but it is certainly holding it down. They leave a little space as all the transitions. I thought that was kind of cool. Just leaving space, just leave a gap, rest. I remember hearing this in the show and fucking loving it, that guitar solo, and being so pumped to listen to it again. I could not wait to analyze this piece. I think I even said it when we were watching.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember.
It was definitely this song.
It was when they were. I know that we recognize it whenever they were in the. Was it the elections? What was that?
I think it was
at the very end.
Yeah, the tournament that they were in.
Yeah, but it was like it was something.
It wasn't the elections, but it was like the fall
fall.
They just it was just a fall tournament. Essentially to decide who the upcoming talent was and who were probably going to take a shot at the elite
top 10. Yeah, I think it was when he was doing, what is it? Akira Haru something. It's the guy with the black hair who's Alice's lackey.
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he wears the flaming headband and
yes.
he changes his personality.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that was when we heard the song.
I remember hearing it with Yukihira too.
Yeah, it was when they were like battling each other. Yeah,
but
essentially.
Yeah. So I thought the modulations were really cool. It's perfect for keeping the average listener involved. Same with the gaps of rest that they use.
Mm-hmm.
Always keeping us on our toes.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Let's fucking play that shit.
They threw in like the gaps of silence, not often, but when they did, they made a point to make it epic.
Yeah, they did. They made it super epic. I loved it. Cool. Let's play it. Here it is. Shokugeki Outbreak.
Last song
in the OST.
Awesome build.
Lure me in.
And here's where I was like, oh, well, this is kind of going to suck. Just going to be this over and over again. And then they were like, no.
And they have some awesome brass. It comes in later, but I love the guitar solo, both of them. There's another gap of rest, keeping you on your toes.
But there's what I'm talking about. They go bum bum bum, but the strings behind them are going.
There's that electric guitar, and they hide it underneath too. Bring you back.
But again, they made it a point to not make it monotonous. And that was such a surefire thing that you would expect.
They crescendoed all the way up, modulated a bit, and then just leave rest and bring back.
And brought it back.
They brought it back with enough energy from the rhythm section.
Yeah.
They didn't lose you. They didn't lose you. They actually intrigue you. It makes you want to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And listen.
So shut the fuck up, Garrett. God.
Bitch.
With love.
Got me again, goddammit. You know what I just noticed about the album cover for this OST? It looks like they're all staring at us, but we're the food.
Yeah.
Look at him, he's drooling. We are the food that they're staring at.
That's awesome.
Weird. Cool. Oh, man. Yeah, that was a great song. And that is it for the OST.
Yay.
Yay, we did it. Both of them. 2 hours worth of music that we just broke down for you guys. You beautiful bastards.
You beautiful bitches.
That's right.
All right. Well, we have one more song.
One more song.
And it's a banger.
It's a fucking banger.
It's a fucking banger.
Slaps.
I love it, actually. I thought it was like, what the fuck are they even saying?
I did not. I'm going to put this out there. I did not like this at all. Actually, I remember saying, I hate this song.
He did.
I said it on the first, episode 15. I was like, I fucking hate this song.
But you know when I really fell in love with the song?
Was when you looked at the lyrics?
Oh my God, the video is there. I wonder if it'll play. If it plays, I'm totally adding it to the playlist.
Okay, cool.
So this song is Sachan no Sexy Curry by Saiko Omori. This plays episodes 15 through 23, and it was released July 2015 as her third single, and then on the album Tokyo Black Hole, which actually is pretty good. I listened to it today. It has a bunch of different genres.
Tokyo Black Hole does?
Yes.
Cool.
It peaked at number 20 on the Oricon.
It's so weird that, the openers didn't peak, but the closers did.
I know.
I disagree with the placement of this song. I just don't really like her voice.
I think that's what sold it, was her voice.
It's kind of like
she's like
it's tasteful now. It had
she's
to
like
grow on me.
an American rapper who doesn't actually sing and doesn't do it with taste either. At least she put some taste on it. She's like Eminem of the anti-idol genre.
What I did like, it was pretty raw. They didn't settle with over auto-tuning her voice. It's pitchy. She doesn't sing on pitch.
No.
She does not sing on pitch, which is kind of why it bothered me.
But I think that's, I'll just I think it's because of her background.
Okay.
So Saiko Omori, I said I like her. She's weird as fuck. She's kinky.
She's kinky, huh?
She's kinky. She began making music in 2007. Her music style is influenced by idol culture and punk rock, but she's also considered to be an early pioneer of the anti-idol and alt-idol scenes, similar to Brand New Idol Society, or BIS, who also paved the way for the kawaii metal scene, for example, baby metal.
Baby metal.
And if you don't know what I mean by idol culture, it is the girls who just sing and they are in the magazines and they're just the singers.
Fucking teen idols.
They're teen idols.
And
They're
sometimes
just,
20-year-old idols, but whatever.
Yeah. She's also featured in Black Clover, the 7th OP, and Nineko Gile?
Gelly?
No, it's not Gelly. I think
I have
it's
no idea how to say it.
Gile. Nineko Gile. But yeah, so this video for this song, like the video she made, I sent Garrett the link for it yesterday because I wanted to make sure I had it because it's so funny. So the theme of the music video is living together with appetite and sexual desire. And it was filmed in her actual room.
It was filmed in her room.
Her actual room.
Oh, man.
Like her bedroom. And so the story begins with her cooking curry to eat it with her actual friend. And then all of a sudden, there's this girl that just appears. She's a gravure model, like one of,
yeah.
you know,
I remember.
Yeah. She starts taking off her clothes step by step, and eventually she becomes more sexy, like as it gets to the end.
Like more sexy as in like
she just
has
keeps
less
taking off her clothes and like she's doing
the same
sexual
person.
poses
Okay,
and stuff like that.
I was like, does she just get more attractive or something?
No, she like
does she evolve into a sexier person?
She gets more kawaii throughout the
Gotcha.
the rest of the things.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's listen to it.
Cool. Let's listen to it. Say it again, Emily.
Sachan no sexy curry. Coming at you.
Arranged well. It certainly sounds raw, but I still am not a huge fan of her voice. I understand it. I respect the artistic choice you made.
It's my favorite part. She's like running out of breath.
I love how this chick's in the background. Always. And is this about... Look, cheers over here. This is about the cauldron witch?
Essentially, yeah.
Just being jealous of these two.
Girl.
Everybody's got a best friend. Everybody's got a partner but her, the cauldron witch. Look, she's trying to eat them. She's boiling them. And of course, they're all naked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you giggle over this song.
It's just funny.
Is it because of the lyrics?
Yeah.
All right, what are the lyrics?
Dicing up the springtime with a silver knife. Which flavor of boredom did I dine on today?
Oh, Jesus.
In a remote place like this, I was so happy to finally meet someone stronger than me. We played with the same toys separately, days of gaining experience points and leveling up. I even achieved my own unique finishing move, but I'm still unable to fight.
This is about the cauldron witch.
Don't grow up, Sachan. Don't dye your hair brown, Sachan. Don't get a boyfriend, Sachan. My precious, my precious.
Calm down, Smeagol.
That's what she says. His potatoes have vanished, Sachan. The pork belly is all over the place, Sachan. And the onions don't cry, Sachan. Just be the strongest, my precious. Sexy curry, sexy curry, sexy curry.
What the fuck?
Sexy curry.
Jesus.
It's things like this that it's like, it's about food. And they're like, it's sexy and it's food.
Say it.
It works.
Sexy curry.
You did it for me.
There you go. It's my turn.
Yeah. I think it fits.
I don't like it that much, but I think it fits.
Yay!
Yeah, it'll get it. It'll
It
get
barely
the buzzer.
passes, but
Not the buzzer,
it's...
the cha-ching.
Cha-ching!
Cha-fucking ching. Not cha-fucking ching. They're just regular-ish cha-ching.
Cha-fuck not cha-ching.
Just fucking cha-ching.
All right. Some saucy and sexy factual knowledge you should know.
Yeah, the artist Shun Seiki is a veteran hentai artist, and no one would ever doubt that. I certainly won't. A veteran hentai artist,
hentai
huh?
artist.
Interesting. That makes a whole lot of sense.
Right?
Yeah, it does. You're doing a great job.
You're doing
Way to nail the ecchi.
Yeah. You got it.
He's like, no tits, ass, or pussy. Just like
Full
just
on
the-
orgasms.
Just the tasteful stuff. I got you. You need their shirts to explode. You need their clothes to explode when they eat food. Got you.
Everybody, as soon as soon as possible.
Oh, you need a first episode. You need to taste something disgusting like squids with peanuts butter, and then you want to see the tentacles just violating you.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
There is a whole interview that was done in 2017 on the processes and thoughts on writing Food Wars. And I found some stuff that was pretty fucking cool.
There's actually a special episode. Maybe that was the one that you're talking about on Crunchyroll.
That had
Like the behind the scenes
Yes.
of Food Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a special episode for that. But I think that's after season 3, I want to say. Maybe season 2.
I think it's after season 3.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the question that the question that the interviewer asked that I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
And so the interviewer asked, it is sometimes said that the heart of a house is the kitchen. Do you think that's true? What role do you think food plays in our lives? Is it one you try or are going to try to incorporate into Food Wars? And he says home-cooked meals becomes more meaningful after you grow up and leave. When you're living at home, you're in a protected environment. It's all you know. But once you're out on your own, that's when they take on a different meaning. When you grow up, you're exposed to different communities, different friends. I think that's also when you add a layer to your identity and it contextualizes the food you used to eat at home. This is a good question because for Soma, his whole world is the restaurant. But once he leaves, that's when he starts to understand. Now he has a base of comparison for the restaurant. It gets at the core of what Food Wars is.
Cool.
I really liked that.
Yeah, that is a very good response.
There's another question that he asked. Did you decide where characters are from in order to more easily incorporate different regional dishes and ingredients? For instance, Megumi's from the north. The Aldini brothers are from Italy.
Yeah.
He said, as I mentioned before, yeah, they have this role of stimulating Soma since he's going outside his own little world. It's partially to stimulate his character. Also, in Japan, most of my readers range from middle school to college. So I'm hoping to introduce these dishes so later on in life, they might say, oh, I remember that dish. It was featured in Food Wars. He's like, I would be happy to see that.
That is pretty cool. Another great response.
Yeah. And then he's like, is there
What an
any
honest guy.
I know. Then he said, is there any topic you'd like to write a manga about someday? And he's like, I'd like to write a manga where someone dies. Nobody dies in Food Wars. And he's like, anyone specific? He's like, I haven't thought about what kind of person, but I do want to do something different than Food Wars.
Yeah, Food Wars would be another good title for
somebody that died.
For Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Food Wars. Yeah, you're right.
It's Food Wars, but,
You're right.
they're eating them raw.
Well,
Call it Sushi Wars. Human Sushi Wars. Attack on Titan.
well, I think that we covered everything we possibly can for season 1.
I think you're absolutely right. We did everything. We did everything. We were going to break this up for you, but that just didn't make any sense.
Especially since there's OSTs for every season, apparently.
So you're getting a long
You're
episode.
getting a long episode.
And we're not upset about it. I actually had a lot of fun doing this. I love Food Wars. Food Wars is such a good show. I highly recommend it to anybody who is, one, it's funny as shit. 2, it's got a great story. And who doesn't love fan service? Well, there's a couple of you.
A lot of you actually apparently don't like
on
food
our
service.
on our Instagram. Well,
Food
we're on
service.
our Instagram.
I said food
Food
service. I mean, it's essentially the same.
That's the industry you're in.
Food Wars.
Yes. So the fan service, I love it. I mean, this is a great ecchi anime. It is cheesy in the right ways. Season 1 was amazing. Go watch it, guys. If you haven't, we didn't spoil anything too much.
Eh.
Meh. No, it's still worth watching. This is the second time I've watched it. Fourth time for Emily. And we say we don't have time to watch One Piece.
I did this for educational purposes.
Yeah, to educate you on how awesome this show is.
That's right.
Fuck yes. Well, that's pretty much it. Emily, take us out. Take us out. Let's go.
My lovely, lovely, lovely people out there. We are so thrilled to have you with us. And whether you are taking us with you for the ride or you're chilling in your own BBC, thank you for joining us to talk about anime and music and sound effects and everything that falls in between.
Yeah, we really have so much fun doing this. I know I was overwhelmed yesterday when we started to analyze the score, but I immediately got into a good mood. Partially because of the score, partially because just I love doing this.
And we were high.
And we got high. That helped.
It was a necessity at that point. Garrett needed to
I knew
come
I was.
down.
I just needed to, I needed to come down. I needed to relax, and I needed to bring you guys a good episode. I fucking love doing this, and I'm glad you guys enjoy listening to it, especially since you've made it this far. I know that you probably do enjoy it. So thank you. Thank you for listening.
True stories.
And if you could do just a couple things for us, if you're not a part of our Instagram community, please go out to Instagram. We're kind of using it as our meme page at the moment, but I've found a couple of things that I would like to try, especially different types of covers. I forgot I had a cajon, and then I'm not too bad at it. So I'm gonna play the cajon for you. A lot easier to record too. But we're gonna start doing some more stuff. Hopefully, it's been rough with just timing everything appropriately, and we got jobs and
but
shit
Emily's
too.
trying. I'm trying really hard.
Yeah. Emily is trying. I'm trying. We're all trying really hard, and the more we do this, the better we get at it. So I can't wait to bring you some more stuff. And please read in the show notes. We have a link to the YouTube playlist, so you can listen to all 2 hours worth of this music. There's another video that I will add about God chords here in just a minute. That is a very cool educational video. Also, that guy is very educational if you want to learn about music theory and shit. So go to our YouTube playlist. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. There will be more videos coming out. Again, it's just a timing thing. And we realize that the more we do it, the more we get to add to it. So there will be plenty of content for you guys. So go consume it. Go subscribe to that YouTube. Go follow us on Instagram. Send us a message. Please talk to us. We like talking to you guys. We really do. We've made a lot of friends. We have found quite the friendly anime community online. We fucking love you guys. And please don't take offense to us messing with you. We are only messing with you.
We are only messing with you. Unless you deliberately offend us, and then we probably won't be messing with you.
Sometimes tone of voice is hard to read. And we just got to practice reading more. You know what I mean? All of us, not just you, audience, but me and Emily too. You just got to practice reading shit a bit better.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Shut up. And see, tone of voice. That's my point. I can't say shut up on Instagram because people won't understand that I meant
Shut your goddamn mouth.
that I said it like that. So yeah, go be a part of our community. Also, if you are feeling generous, there is a donut.
Donut?
There's
I want a donut.
There's a donut
button.
There's a donut button. Jesus Christ. Oh my
Talk about
God.
dyslexia.
There's
over
a
here in this house.
donate button down in the show notes. You can click the link to that. It'll take you to a page where you can just donate $5. It just helps us have time and buy more equipment and bring you guys more cool shit. Also, if you want to get something for your money, you don't want to be like, just entertainment, guys. Like, you guys are already having so much fun. You don't need my money. How about
you guys suck, but I love you.
How about you go to our Etsy page? I almost said etchy. Jeez. Go to our Etsy page. Although, shit. Yeah,
I kind of have an etchy page.
Maybe we can start an etchy page for you guys. I'm sure you'd be willing to sex sells, right? So go to our Etsy shop. Go check it out. We got prints and stickers and buttons and a shirt. If you guys want to get any of that shit, if you live in the United States, shipping is free. And It usually shows up within like 3 to 5 days. We had 2 weeks for another person
Yeah.
overseas.
Yeah.
We can't afford to send it overseas. It's too expensive. So you guys will have to pay for shipping for that. But thank you still for listening. And I think that's pretty much it.
That's it, guys.
That's it from me. If you live in Austin, please hit us up because we would like to go to the Etchy Expo with you. We want to bring bring a big crew to this Etchy Expo.
Yeah.
I'm pumped for it.
And let's all wear pasties.
I'm pumped for them anime titties.
Anime thighs.
Yeah, we should play that song on the way out. I don't think we're allowed to do that though. That's copyrighted for
That is. Yeah.
But yeah, we can't wait to see you there. I look forward to meeting you if you live in Austin. I look forward to meeting you if you just visit Austin. Please hit us up.
Yeah.
Let's go eat some ramen.
No.
Let's go eat some ramen.
I don't want to eat ramen.
Come on.
I don't want to.
Ramen's so delicious.
It is. I'm so tired of it. All right, guys. Y'all
That's
have a
it.
fantastic rest of your day, month, and year and week.
And yeah, and don't get attacked by squid, Swiss, peanuts, butter. That's it from us, guys.
Bye.
Tune in next week for another episode of Anime Noise. Bye.
This has been a Beanbag Chair Media production.